Well, I've done it again. I have completely overgrown my little hydroponic greenhouse, and I wanted to give you a little update on it because I've shown you, I think, 2 videos so far on what's going on there and what I was doing. And what I like most about hydroponics is that as long as I keep that reservoir full, I don't really have to do anything. So I'm going to show you, though, that it's gotten a little bit out of hand. My greenhouse is too small for what I'm doing in here. And I also haven't done any sort of trimming or pruning, nothing like that. So I've just been letting it go wild, and it has gone wild. Let's take a look at what's going on in there. As you can see, my wall of tomatoes is insane. They've actually gone all the way up to the very peak and have bent back down. And I've kind of been letting them do that. I don't get a whole lot of insects in here, so I don't have a whole lot of fruit set. But every now and then I come in and I just kind of wiggle them around a little bit, and that does help. I do have some fruit here. These look like they're probably a cherry tomato. Remember I said I didn't even know really what I had because I didn't really care. But they're doing fantastic. Everything's growing really, really well. This one is a Roma, and I know because there's some Romas right here. Or it's a San Marzano, one of those two. But they're very similar tomatoes. So this one that was in the corner here, this is the one that was basically kind of dead, but it was monstrous. It's completely taken over. Everything in here is just nuts. It's crazy how much there is in here. I probably should be pruning, but I'm just gonna keep letting it go. I'll just keep that reservoir full and just let it do its thing. You can see there's a couple fruit in here. So they're miscellaneous. They're like all over the place. Here's my one of my jalapenos. It's doing fantastic. It's got fruit all over it. That's been doing really well. Probably got to tie this limb up. It's trying to fall. You can see that I've got jalapenos everywhere on this. Now over here, these I think are probably habanero. And so the other pepper plants, they're not doing great. I don't get a ton of sunlight over here, and so that's probably why. But they're hanging in there. But yeah, those are probably one thing that are not doing fantastic. Let's see if I can make my way to the other side of the jungle. Even that tomato that is in the cocoa core, I've managed to keep it alive, even though I should tie it up. It's got fruit on it as well. So maybe I'll tie that up after this video. And just probably should water it too. Here's another jalapeno that is just absolutely loaded. Some of those are actually probably about ready. You can let jalapenos go pretty long. They'll turn red eventually if you leave them. And they'll start to crack too. And I find that once they start to crack, that's when they're like really hot. For some reason, my hydroponic jalapenos are insanely hot. Like way hotter than your average, even habanero. Just by taste. I didn't test them or nothing. Over here, we've got some things that maybe are not doing so well. My zucchini plant pulled itself out, but yet it's still growing, even though it's obviously not doing great. And that zucchini, that's rotten. That's not good. Probably rip that off. Actually, it looks like the flowers on the end rotted. There's actually one must have been sitting here, started rotting this plant. So the zucchinis are probably going to be a fail. That's okay. There's another pepper plant. I might cut my corn. I meant to put these outside. I never did. Every couple days, I just take a couple cups of water and dump it on it. But with the minimal insects in here, I don't think I got enough cross-pollination to really get any real corn out of these. But who knows? Should water that again now. Here's the other side of these pepper plants. These, I believe, are all bell on the end here. So yeah, it's a jungle in here. Way more so than what I really needed to be growing. And my greenhouse is clearly way too small. So I'm gonna end this video. Just a short update. I'm gonna come in here and probably tie some stuff up a little bit better. Just keep it from falling down. And let it keep growing. I'll update you when we have some ripe tomatoes.